Sent a message in there. But enough of that. About to open the fucking, yeah. We'll do it live. Fuck it. We should do it. Fuck it, we're doing it. I'm shutting the music off and your mic is live now too, by the way. Ooh, and the logo is not showing up. Hang on. No, it's fine. I don't know why I did. Hey, there we go. The Monkey's Paw. How's it going, folks? Welcome to the Monkey's Paw episode 2, where we will be going over the decline of Western entertainment yet again. And on the list of today's topics, we'll be going over the recently ended writer's strike.
Oh boy, let's get into it.
Yeah, and while I'm thumbing through, oh, there my tabs are right here. I'm silly. But yeah, man, the first thing I wanted to talk about was Bob Iger's comments on the culture war, right? The thing that so many people are still convinced isn't going on.
That he denied was a thing.
Yeah, like, yeah, that's what's crazy. And it's like, I haven't read this shit at all yet. I want to know what his comments are going to be, because ever since it actually became a thing, people have just been getting gaslit into oblivion with not only saying that the culture war isn't a thing, but all the things that they've been pointing out weren't true, or they're just making it up, or oh, it's not a big deal, it's just pronouns, bro, it's just a prank, bro. Like, and now here he is, bro. Report: the Walt Disney Company CEO Bob Iger wants to quiet the noise regarding culture war issues because they are not healthy for Disney's business.
Remember what happened to the last guy that tried to be all businessy?
Oh, was that a Bud Light reference?
No, that was a Bob Chapek reference.
Oh. Forgive me if I don't know who that is. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I want to. Let's be a. Yeah, when that Bob. Yeah, let's be a business, like straight business. Offended the non-straights. I'm kidding.
Oh, D. It went from not being real to not being healthy. So I just want to know what he said. A new report claims that the Walt Disney Company CEO Bob Iger wants to quiet the noise surrounding culture war issues because he does not see them as healthy for the company's business. I bet they aren't. You spend almost a decade alienating your fan bases and telling them that you hate them and shoving things down their throat that they keep telling you that they don't want. And it'll degrade the health of your business for sure. That'll happen. Needham financial analyst Laura Martin recently attended a 120-person investor event at Walt Disney World and reported on September 20th that during this event, Bob Iger explicitly stated he wanted to quiet They said this shit 3 times. Why? They always repeat like the same headline like 3 times. Like it's like they're writing for like idiots or something. Like, it's so annoying. In Martin's report, which she provided to Bounding Into Comics, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, wait, is there like a? Do these like article like website companies have like a term, like a word count that their employees have to follow? It's like those essay word counts that we have to do in college.
They might.
It has to be this certain amount of words. So you're gonna find like a few people saying the same point in like at least one time every paragraph for every other paragraph.
They might. You know what you encourage when you're so focused on word count that you ignore whether or not the information in there is actually pertinent to what the paper's about. You get people filling it with noise and bullshit. I used to hate that shit.
Most people know going into it. Like, most of us who get our assignments back then, we know we don't really have a lot to say to expand like 10 pages.
It's like, why do I have to write 10 pages when I can say what I need to say about the entire subject in 2? Like, you know what I mean? But anyway, Bob Iger explicitly stated he wanted to quiet the noise on. I already read that. Fuck me. In Martin's report, which she provided to Bounding Into Comics, she explained that Iger believes content should be entertaining, not issues focused. Imagine that shit.
Oh, wow.
Are you saying that Bob Iger? Did Viz just jump scare me, bro? Who's in? Wait, who was that?
What?
Was that you? Oh, that was you. Fuck. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, wow, does someone have a brain in this company?
Yo, is Bob Iger siding with the conspiracy theorists? Is that what I'm hearing? Oh, never mind. Wait. She detailed that Iger's key goal. Okay, wait. Hold on. I have to get fucking clarification for this. Iger believes content should be entertaining, not issues focused. Are you serious? Okay, I can't. This sounds like a recent thing, because there's no way if he believed this the entire time his company would be in the state it's in. Like this, okay, whatever. Furthermore, go ahead.
He's definitely known this was a thing for like.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, there's just no way.
That's what I'm saying. Like, furthermore, she detailed that Iger's key goal is to quiet. God damn it, bro. They did it again.
Stop, scroll down.
No, dude, I'm serious, dude. They did it again. It's right here. Quiet the noise on culture war issues. And then they did it again. Quiet the...
I know. Just scroll down. Just scroll down.
Oh wait, I'm lying. Never mind. I see what I did.
Because
Wait, no, they did. It's right here again. Those bastards, bro. Why are they doing this,
he did say it again, but like,
bro? Anyway, this report echoes comments Iger made to CNBC's David Faber back in July. Faber asked the executive, "What about DeSantis? Who's going to be in the hustings?" I guess that means that hostings, maybe. I think they meant hostings, so to speak, for the next year. And go ahead.
clarify that for us.
Yeah, we could. I'm pretty sure.
The audience to clarify that part for us, because
I'm pretty sure this shit is a typo. Unless somebody can tell me different, I think that's supposed to say hostings, so to speak, for the next year. And he's made this a part of his campaign, attacking Disney, saying it's a woke corporation. We've put the company on a pedestal. I mean, the proof is in the pudding. The proof is in the pronouns. we put the company on a pedestal, but they've really embraced the idea of getting the sexualized content in the program line that I'm not willing to cross. I mean, that's what he said. I quoted DeSantis there. How do you respond to that? Iger replied, "Well, so far, what we've said publicly is that we are concerned that he has decided to retaliate against the company for a position the company took on pending legislation in that state. And frankly, the company was within its right. Even though I'm not sure it was handled very well, it was within its right to speak up on an issue constitutionally protected right of free speech, and to retaliate against the company in a way that would be harmful to the business was not something that we could sit back and tolerate. And so we have filed a lawsuit to protect our First Amendment rights there and to protect our business, frankly." Okay. He then added, "The other issues that you referenced, the last thing that I want for the company is for the company to be drawn into any culture wars." I mean, dude, you can't demand that of the audience, though. That's what you can't do. Like, the culture war is a concept, right? It's not like a place you can go. You know what I mean? You can't just avoid going to the culture war. Like, people are going to talk about your company and what you're doing online, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Also, involving this lawsuit, do you know anything about that lawsuit that they're doing? Something in Florida or something? You know anything about that?
There's like, oh yeah, there's from what I know, Disney tried to sue DeSantis because DeSantis basically took their tax privileges away after that whole mess with the children's education bill, let's say, because it's
Oh,
don't say gay bill. Anyways, so they've been trying to basically fight the Florida man over that, and they've been losing badly.
I mean, are they
Because
really?
everyone in Florida woke up to that. Like,
Yeah.
you read the line. They read the writing on the walls.
I mean, yeah, when you have your employees talking about my not so secret gay agenda and refusing to, refer to children as, boy or girl or something, they were saying princess or some shit, then you're going to have some parents that aren't going to be willing to accept that because it is indoctrination. Sorry, that's what it is, quite frankly. But yeah, continuing on, we've operated for almost 100 years as a company making product that we actually are proud of in terms of its impact on the world. I joke every once in a while, we're there to manufacture fun. I don't believe y'all no more. I don't believe none of y'all no more. If you're here to manufacture fun, then take out the shit that people keep saying they don't want and put in the shit that people keep saying they want.
Manufacture fun. I wonder
Yeah.
what fun is.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't know what he means. Iger would later add, "I don't really want to engage in the specifics except to say that it's not our goal to be involved in a culture war." I mean, you can't. I'm sorry, man. You can't. you can't promote an ideology and be like, I don't want to be involved in a culture war. And it's like you're taking ideas and IPs people have been familiar with since their youth. They know these characters, they know what they look like, they know the stories that they come from, and then you're taking them and then you're changing them into shit that's completely unrecognizable. So to sit here and say that you don't want to be involved in a culture war is fraudulent. Like, you can't say that. I mean, you can, but you're going to end up being involved in a culture war regardless. Like, it's just unfair. Go ahead.
You know, funny thing about that is that like the whole position he was supposed to be taking with the company was that they would be like inclusive and all that all that BS. But like the most, the group that got the most screwed in my opinion in like all these Disney owned mediums
Mm-hmm.
were the redheads. Like
The most marginalized group.
a redhead did not get traded in for a darker skinned counterpart. Like
The most marginalized group in all of entertainment, the redheads. Oh my god.
I'm surprised I didn't start seeing a bunch of protesting in Florida.
Oh my god.
Tiger.
So D. Our goal is to continue to. Our goal is to continue. Our goal is to continue to tell wonderful stories and have a positive impact on the world. We are a preeminent. I feel like a lot of this is typos. Preeminent. Never mind. That was me. Entertainer in the world. We're proud of our track record there. The notion that Disney is in any way sexualizing children, quite frankly, is preposterous and inaccurate.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that interview. Yeah, I remember he said that, and no one believed him.
Yeah. I don't want to get too deep into that because, like, this is an entertainment show. Like, and it is kind of splitting hairs because it's virtually impossible to avoid 100% of politics and entertainment now because they've just made it. They've made it that impossible to do. Especially when you have articles like this, which I was hoping I wouldn't see. The Percy Jackson writer Rick Riordan claims race replacing characters in Disney Plus series. Like, come on! It was so that everyone could look at this series and see themselves. Like, come on, bro! Like, you can't take ideological stances like that and say, well, we don't want to be a part of the culture war. Like, doing goofy shit like that, doing goofy shit like what Bungie's doing with Destiny. What does this shit have to do with fighting? What does this have to do with being a guardian and fighting aliens? Like this. This was just an example for tonight, but to talk about this briefly, they sent this out to represent Latin people. Go ahead.
Wait. But before we go into Bungie, I just want to comment.
Yeah, go ahead.
Now that we're live, that Rick Riordan comment is an absolute betrayal, man. Like,
bro, I felt backstabbed, dude.
Like, I know Rick was always kind of like liberal and very into inclusivity. But, like,
I didn't know. It was a complete blindside for me. I had no idea.
I pieced it together the more I read, like, Magnus Chase, Charles Apollo. But this was the absolute stinker for me. Like,
that shit was nowhere. It was nowhere. It was nowhere in Percy Jackson and the Olympians. It was nowhere in Heroes of Olympus. It was nowhere in the Kaine Chronicles.
Actually, Heroes of Olympus did have that part where certain someone came out the closet, but like it wasn't.
I didn't see that as.
Like, other than that, it didn't go all in.
I didn't really. Okay, maybe that counts, but I didn't see it that way at the time. I just didn't. I didn't. But
like it was handled, like the way it was handled back then was way more proper than how.
It was way more subtle. It was way more subtle.
And mature in my opinion. It was handled way more maturely in Heroes of Olympus. Trials of Apollo, he just kind of shoves it in your face,
Yeah.
and like
No,
that's about it.
yeah, kind of
How would
like,
have turned my day had I not felt obligated to just finish the series?
dude, after I read the first Magnus Chase book and found out what was gonna be in the second book, I was done skis, bro. It was a wrap. I was not. I also stopped in the middle of reading Trials of Apollo too. I stopped in the middle of Trials of Apollo too. I forgot after which book I stopped reading, but I cut that off too. But like, you can see how all of these things are related. Now, and I'm sorry about the wormhole with Percy Jackson, but it was in this article because it highlights the exact same issue with all these companies claiming to want to give you fun, but when people cry out and say, "Hey, we don't really give a shit about your representation and inclusivity," even the people who are from this demographic are telling them that this shit is goofy. What is this? What is this?
No, it's
How do
funny.
you feel?
It's slicing and backfire both times.
How do you feel as a Latinx person?
Oh my god! I was about to say, don't call me that as a Latinx. Please do not call me as a Latinx.
I was gonna do it. I was gonna troll. It was gonna happen.
All right, like I had, bro. I won't say who or where, but there was a person I was talking to one time. It was uh, as I was getting it starting in writing, I had this one person who was trying to, kind of appeal to all of us,
Yeah.
and she did say like use that kind of language.
Oh my God, no!
After,
No,
and
they
I had
didn't,
to
bro.
like ask her because she's a nice lady, but I caught that.
No,
Like,
she didn't, bro. No, she didn't. No, she didn't. She did not. Wait. Okay. Wait. Don't take this the wrong
I
way.
won't say names. I won't
Nah.
say names.
Okay. You don't have to say names. What demographic was this person from? Come on, bro.
She was definitely she was definitely on the lighter side of the spectrum.
I fucking knew it. I knew it. I knew it, bro. And then okay. I just
Okay, here, let me finish the story. Let me finish.
go ahead.
So after the lesson was over, I talked to her like after because I was like, she is a nice lady, but that threw me off. So I was like, no, I just wanted to let you know we don't use that kind of talk. Like we none of us actually talk like that. We don't use it like that in Latin. We're very gentle, Latino, Latina,
Latinx.
and she and she just says like something along the lines of, oh well, I was just trying to, welcome like a appeal or include the rest, something along those lines.
What the
I'll try to include, everyone. Make
Latin? There's already a word for that.
I know. That's what, like, I was trying to be like, I was trying, nicely, of course, to try to tell her we don't say that though, but we just kind of left it at that.
Oh, D. It's crazy, bro. It's insane. The real reason why I brought this up. Oh, go ahead.
Like, she's the only person in real life I've ever met that actually says that, like, actually said that to me, and it just being in that program. Uh,
It was a college course, wasn't it? It was a college course, wasn't it?
I don't want to implicate, but yeah, it was.
The implication was already made, brother. Long before this conversation. But the real reason why I brought this up alongside this Walt Disney article and the articles to follow is because you can see that these companies are ignoring everyone who keeps telling them, no, we don't want to subscribe to this fucking message. Even with this community post, readers added context. Excuse me, one sec. Other note is almost correct. Not even descendants of Latino migrants in the U.S. like Latinx or Latine. Latin people or Latin person would be correct. Latinx and Latine are suggestions by people who don't understand Latin languages or foreign culture. Why is it that an entire demographic of people...
I wanna make a note about the Latine. Comment about the Latine part. I want to ask the audience, because I heard that the Latine, like with the E, was something invented by someone came up in Spain, came up with, like, is that true? I don't know if that's actually true or not, like where that came from, because I've heard it before, but no one even uses that E at the end either. Like everyone just kind of said Latin or Latino. So like, where did the E come from too?
I don't even know. I have no clue.
Someone suggested that as like an opposite of X, but
I have no clue. I don't know. I don't even know the point. But the thing is, there's a gender neutral term already that exists already, Latin, right? How is it an entire demographic of people almost, because there are the fringe minority of Latinx who actually subscribe to this fucking ideology. How is it that the majority of this demographic can be like, there's 3%? Anyway. How is it that the vast majority of this demographic can say, nah, we don't subscribe to this, and they'll still put it in the game, bro? They'll still make these political ass statements that don't mean anything and no one cares about. I don't even get it. These like ESG people. Okay, somebody in the chat mentioned ESG, and they're absolutely correct. That's what it is. I have to do more research on fucking ESG to figure out why it's become so prevalent outside of the things we've been following for the past decade or so, right? Because the term ESG, like that specific term, is very recent, at least to me. So I want to do some digging and potentially bring up some articles discussing ESG and why this term has, become so prevalent and why it seems to have ramped up. Because like, even with Starfield that dropped, right? But at least Bethesda never had a history. They never really had a history of implementing ESG type shit in their games. I don't even think it was in Fallout 4 or 76. So like, I want to do a bit of research to get a little bit more education on this ESG thing, just so I can speak better upon it. I mean, it's mostly stuff we already know because we've seen it before. Race swaps, gender swaps, disrespect of source material, calling you a bigot in the event you say, hey, this white character from this white book is a white person. Why are they a black person in this movie now, right? But I just want to do a bit more digging so I know better, more about it. Like all these topics tie together for that one reason, because they're not going to learn from their mistakes, which leads into the next article, right? Go ahead.
Actually, I wanna say something before we move on.
Yeah, go ahead.
Did you hear that Bungie is actually getting sued by someone who claimed they were being racially discriminated against?
Who are they getting sued by?
It's like I think it was like a female employee is suing them because she said she was being racially discriminated against in the company days after they put out that article about the Latinx.
What? Wait, no, please, dude, walk me through this. So Bungie was trying to be inclusive and got clapped with discrimination. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes.
Oh my God, dude. That's hilarious. Dude, I have to read about it, bro. I don't think I'll pull it up on the stream right now, but send me that, please. Send me that. We might do a whole segment on Bungie. Oh my god, dude. That's hilarious.
Former HR manager. It was an HR manager who reported this.
Oh, that's man, that's a good laugh, bro. You gotta DM me that. Hold on. What?
I'm looking for articles. I want to see like which ones like actually a helpful. Actually, is it? Yeah, Forbes. I'll send you the Forbes article.
Okay. I'm gonna click on the next article while you're doing that, because again, I try to line up each of these segments so that each of them have a parallel, right? Each of them have something in common. I mean, and it's not like it's hard to do because we see this through line through all of entertainment right now, right? SAG-AFTRA admits strike is preventing artists from making their worldview changing stories that push the LGBTQ agenda. Okay. Some of those people write for Disney, by the way. So Disney can't exactly deny some of the allegations levied against them. I'll leave it there. Okay. SAG-AFTRA. And I'm gonna read that. I'm gonna read this word slow every time because I don't want to accidentally say something else. SAG-AFTRA National Executive Director and Chief Negotiator Duncan Crabtree Ireland recently claimed that the ongoing WGA and SAG-AFTRA strikes are detrimental to LGBTQ plus representation. Go ahead. Say what?
If that organization name had a word with an F in front of it, it'd be so hilarious.
Yeah, the Film Actors Guild. Yeah, that'd be funny. Representation and are preventing artists from making their worldview change. Man, I hate that they do this shit, dude. I read the headline. Crabtree Ireland recently appeared at a GLAAD press conference announcing the radical activist organization's annual report of LGBTQ plus representation. He stated during the press conference, yeah, exactly. It's radical to be a part of the establishment. Didn't you hear? Like, the studios and streamers' insistence on keeping the industry shut down not only harms the economies of communities that rely on motion picture production, but it's also detrimental to the pipeline of future projects that feature LGBTQ plus representation. By the way, what community do you know has an economy that couldn't survive without movie theaters? You know what I mean?
There's economies there's countries without movie theaters. That'd be my first question.
No, that's not what I'm saying. No, that's not what no, I don't think that's what they were saying. They're saying the studios and streamers' insistence on keeping the industry shut down not only harms the economies of communities that rely on motion picture production, but it's also detrimental to the pipeline of future projects that feature LGBTQ representation. And I ask, what community do you know? Like, I'm asking you, like you, the person, Soups. What community do you know that wouldn't be able to survive without movie theaters or motion picture production? I think they're mostly talking about like some in California, if they even exist. But it's hard to believe. Go ahead. Damn. The fault line needs to do.
No offense to you guys.
Sorry, guys, but I'm sorry, guys, but
no offense to the Cali guys.
You live in a smoldering crater, but I fuck with y'all though. Get out. Get out of there. He added, though some gains have been made in recent years, storytelling that reflects the full, true spectrum of the human experience is currently under attack. What does that mean, bro? What does that mean? Crabtree Ireland Crabtree Ireland explained the AMPTP companies are complicit in this regressive push if they continue preventing artists from getting back to work and making their worldview changing stories. Everyone deserves to grow up seeing their identity authentically represented in film. And what does that mean? What does that even mean, bro? Why are they boiling down? No, I'll repeat it. But what I'm going to do is juxtapose these two stupid ass statements, because this shit is insulting and laughable to anyone with a working set of eyes and a functioning brainstem. He claims that the true spectrum of the human experience is currently under attack, while at the same time boiling down the human experience to only being able to relate to people who look like you. How does that make any sense? No, what I'm saying is that he's being a hypocrite is what I'm saying. He's being a hypocrite. He's doing that, and he's being a hypocrite. Right? Because he's attacking the idea that the human experience can't be shown through media without there having to be race or ethnicity attached to it. Yeah, he thinks the full spectrum of the human experience cannot be depicted in entertainment without having to highlight identity, sexuality, and all this other shit no one cares about when they come to get entertained. They want to preach to you. This also rose into another point I wanted to make tonight about how the writer's strike, they didn't really learn shit. You know what I mean? Like, what do all the topics we've covered so far have in common? Bob Iger's comments on the culture war and the bonus conversation about Percy Jackson and the Olympians and the race swaps. Bungie with this Latinx bullshit, and SAG-AFTRA admitting that the writer strikes prevent writers from telling their worldview changing LGBTQ representation stories. What do all those have in common, bro? Do you hear anything about interesting environments, interesting philosophical subjects regarding the human experience? Do you hear about fucking sci-fi or fantasy or any of that shit? What do you hear in all that? You don't hear anything that sounds legitimately fun, interesting, or cool. What do you hear in that?
Their only human experience extends as far as San Francisco. That's what I hear.
Pretty much, bro. Like,
or New York. Wait, New York too, because New York, and Los Angeles, two biggest promoted cities in every American film I could think of.
By the way,
I hardly seeing those movies outside of those places it almost feels rare nowadays.
By the way, someone in chat said they love us. I appreciate that, but if you love us, tell your fucking friends, okay? Tell your friends and have them watch with you. All right? Because, like, this shit means something to me. Like, the degradation and quality of our entertainment, that shit means something to me. That shit means something to everyone I invite up here to speak about these issues. It means something to everyone who wants to get out there and create their own work, free of ESG, not MSG, ESG. They should make a spice called ESG. Instead of making everything taste good, it makes everything taste like shit. It means something to everyone who continues to watch, and I want you to spread this thought process to other people. Because here's the thing. I don't want to sound like a fucking preacher. Spread the message. Oh my God. But here's the thing. I hope. Oh my God. I hope people don't get too upset with us for not reading the entire article, because honestly, one, a lot of these shits are long as hell, and I don't want to waste your time by reading the whole thing. Two, the articles serve as centerpieces. Like I don't want to be reliant on the articles completely because I want to be able to convey my own thoughts. A lot of these articles, like I said, I take in order to make talking about the subjects easier. It's a lot easier than going completely off the cuff without reference. But like I said, man, they're not learning anything from this. Go ahead.
So
Go
I was
ahead.
gonna say. Also, I just kind of want to put this out there. I know many of the people watching, like us, talk about this stuff. Y'all probably already heard of it. Y'all follow some of these YouTube channels that
Yeah, they do.
are y'all read up these articles that we've been looking up too. So our opinions may reflect the majority. Yes,
Oh my fucking god, dude.
right? But
Dude. Dude.
but we just want to give our 2 cents on it. So if we sound like a broken
Oh,
record, we apologize in advance.
I couldn't have picked a better lineup for this shit, dude. I couldn't. Cause like going dude, like going down the line of everything we've talked about tonight, and then we get here. The MCU needs more movies like Eternals. And this is exactly what the fuck I meant when I said they didn't learn shit. They didn't learn shit. They didn't learn anything. Nothing. The MCU needs more movies like Eternals. Go ahead.
Hey guys, remember Eternals?
Dude, tell me, please. I need you to do something for me right now, Soups. Tell me how much money this movie. Look up how much money this movie lost at the box office, bro. Look up, bro. This article was from September 22nd, 2023. I need you to look up the year this movie dropped. I need you to do that. They've had a long time to figure out that this shit didn't work. Somebody woke up one morning and thought this shit up, bro. After seeing all those zeros disappear after this shit dropped. The MCU needs more movies like Eternals. Marvel Studios would benefit by making more movies like Eternals due to its mature themes, stunning visuals, and beautiful cinematography. Like, what the fuck? Who? Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. Let's read this bullshit. Hold up. Please get that number for me if you can, though. But hold up. Let's get into the article real quick.
Yeah. Let me look up the most recent article on my end.
Thanks, Toaster. I appreciate that. Man. The Marvel Cinematic Universe introduced Eternals as the third movie of Phase 4. It was directed by Academy Award winner Chloe Zhao. I hope I didn't butcher that. In addition to having a well-known cast, the story further explored the cosmic narrative of the MCU by expanding the lore of the Celestials and their role in the creation of the cosmos. Excuse me. It also delved. Go ahead.
Actually, hang on. I'm on. I'm not sure if this website's that reliable, but Box Office Mojo says domestically, it got 164 million. Internationally, like separate from domestic, like the rest of the world, 37 million.
Okay.
Altogether, around 400 to 403 million bucks. Box office.
The fuck was the budget? I remember the budget being something stupid.
Oh, the budget. Let's see. I could find this.
I'm sorry, guys. I gotta hear this number.
Eternal
I gotta hear this number.
budget. 236 million.
That was the budget? What? Nah. The budget had to be bigger than that.
It got bigger in later movies for sure, but so far I'm seeing 236 million.
I refuse to believe they made money off Eternals. I don't buy it. It also delved. Go ahead.
Well, to be fair, they probably lost that money when they had to pay back their the marketing department, the casting, the crew.
There is no
Probably all.
way they made money off Eternals. I refuse to believe that shit, bro. Never. Eternals? Nah. Nope. Not that movie. Mm-mm. Okay. It also delved.
Chat, fact check me. Did I get it or not?
Wait, did the chat fact check? Y'all are free to fact check us. Like
I'm just saying that, like,
we're not omniscient.
yeah, like, nope.
Continue.
Hey, like, I'm just saying, if the chat wants to look it up for us and tell us we're wrong, go, please, feel free.
I hope so. It also delved into more serious and darker narratives, showing a new side of Marvel movies. Did they not watch Endgame and how like half the universe disappeared, and that wasn't dark? That scene with Peter hugging Stark and I don't feel so good. Like that shit wasn't dark. It wasn't dark.
No,
You
because
didn't.
the memes ruined that scene. Because
You
the
didn't
memes
fucking. Man, fuck them.
ruined that scene so much,
Fuck the memes.
and no one thought it was dark.
Man, fuck the memes, bro. They removed. Okay, this is what happened to Vision, right? Thanos turned back time, brought the. Is that what I said? Vision. That's
Vision. Yeah, Vision. Because
yeah. He turned back time to kill him again, bro. He brought him back to life, ripped the stone from his forehead, killed him again, bro. That wasn't dark. Throwing his daughter off a cliff in exchange for the soul stone, that wasn't dark. Literally killing the only thing he ever loved, that wasn't dark. Y'all don't know what the fuck y'all talking about. Go ahead.
just everyone getting dusted. This was like the first big loss the Marvel superheroes had in the MCU.
Wait, didn't they lose to Ultron? Kind of. Well, no, it was, but wasn't. Eh, fair enough.
Because they picked back up after Ultron. It's not like Ultron succeeded in like nuking the country or anything like that.
Yo, that would have been wicked. But yeah, I got you.
I mean, okay. Other than that, Civil War, but that was minor in comparison of scope.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, the fucking the cosmos versus that. Yeah, makes sense. It would benefit by aiming to match the storytelling aspect, mature tone, and quality that the Eternals had. Why this movie as the centerpiece for this subject, bro? They have no taste. And this is exactly why ESG is still so prevalent. This is exactly why Bob Iger is saying, I don't want to be a part of the culture war. This is exactly why. Oh, man. All right.
I think someone in the higher ups is pointing a gun at these employees and saying, promote that movie again. Promote that movie again. Write whatever hit piece you must.
This is so stupid.
Back up and running.
This is a fluff piece. A fluff piece. Like they fluffing them, bruh. Like this is insane. Eternals had hold on, let me okay. It would benefit by aiming to match the storytelling aspect, mature tone, and quality that Eternals had instead of pursuing to create more humor-focused movies like Thor: Love and Thunder, which by the way was not supposed to be humor-focused. That make a parody of certain characters. Yeah, no, it wasn't supposed to be. They ruined World War Hulk, by the way. That could have been its own movie. Could have been awesome. Nope. World War Hulk is only worthy of a fucking Easter egg, bro.
Look, I actually got, bro. Both comics at the last convention I went to.
Planet Hulk.
Together, just so I could read the whole storyline.
I feel.
Because I saw the movie, but
I feel terrible. I feel terrible because I forgot who wrote it because I'm terrible at remembering the names of artists and writers. I've never been that guy who can remember artists and writers from comic books. That's my one flaw as a comic book fan. I feel fucking terrible, but whoever wrote Planet Hulk and World War Hulk wrote they ass off, bro. They need a raise, bro. Oh my fucking god, it's so good, bro. Who?
No, I got you. Greg Pak. He was like the main writer of Planet Hulk.
Dude, bro. Nah, kudos. But anyway, this is all bullshit. Moving on. The mature tone, seriousness, shut that shit up. Anyway, the narrative of Eternals. Oops, my bad. The narrative of Eternals is special. Yeah, it's yep. You could say that. The entire narrative of Eternals is different than most MCU movies. It is focused on issues of morality, duty, love, and I don't even think we need to read any more of this shit, dude. We don't need. We
going on with the cast members in the show.
Plenty. We don't
felt
even.
The love there, man. I felt that love.
We don't need to read any more of that fucking article. It's all bullshit. I literally pulled that article to prove a point, and I knew exactly what they were gonna do in that shit too. They were gonna Eternals is the greatest thing since sliced bread. It's the greatest, no flaws. Completely ignores what the fans have been saying about that fucking movie. It's just insane, dude. Like, what I really want to talk about, out of the 3 points I made, how ESG is prevalent, which somebody else, highlighted in the chat as well, like the ESG shit, the fact that the writers have learned absolutely fucking nothing from the writer's strike, and they probably never will because they didn't listen to fans in the first place, and what the writer's strike actually means. And I don't have the answer to that question, and that's exactly the point of me asking that question. Now that the writer's strike is over, what else can we expect from them? I mean, probably the same thing we've always gotten, but I'd like to explore that question over the next several weeks, actually. But let's start here. October 6th, 2023 at 7:16 p.m. That's 3. Say what?
It says October 3. It says October 3 on the...
No. Today's date, yes. This article came out 3 days ago. We're going to start the exploration of this today. The Hollywood writers' strike is over. What's next for the writers? What's next for the audience? Okay. After 148 days, these writers are looking forward to getting back to work. Who are they? The Writers Guild of America represents nearly 12,000 writers in show business across the U.S. 2 members, writers Elise Brown and Kylie Brakeman, spoke with All Things Considered, about what it means to them for their strike to finally be over. What's the big deal? If you've been following this story, you'll know the many hours of organizing and negotiating that went into finalizing the historic deal between the striking writers and the studios they work with. There were plenty of twists and turns, including rogue studio tour visitors joining the picket lines, trees getting chopped, and executives making comments that might not have helped their cause. And of course, there's the personal impact of each writer that participated in the strike. Many struggled to make ends meet. Many had to eat their cat's food and worried about their place in the industry as AI became more common. I ad-libbed that part. That's not in the article. That's not in the article. I ad-libbed. I'm sorry. Oh my god, bro. Can you imagine if they put that shit in? Could you imagine if they put that shit in the article, dude?
Oh god, I would expect that from the battle.
Oh no. I need a few seconds to collect myself. Yo, I can't believe you bought that, bro. Oh my god. What if they put that shit in the article for real? Oh, many had to eat their cat's food. No. We're having fancy feast tonight. And we're all out of hungry mans, I guess. Anyway. Using the litter to save on the water bill. Oh my god, it's fuck. What are they saying? Here's how Brown and Brakeman reflected on the past few months and what they see in their future. How the pause impacted their own lives. Might have been a Freudian slip. Brakeman, I definitely felt a little aimless, a little wandering. It sort of felt like the first week or two of COVID lockdown, but only applied to us. I picked up the banjo. Man, you could have, unless you went for a job. Actually, I don't think they could have. Remember, they're under contract. They're in the union.
Wait, I thought the union only extended to like writer-related jobs. I meant like, get a side job like Uber driving.
Oh,
they can't do that either?
No. I actually don't know if they can do that or not. I hope that. I hope that's not in the clauses. That would be some bullshit.
Chat.
You're not allowed to write. You're not allowed to get a job doing anything ever again. You can't write your name without. You can't write your fucking name without. Or say so.
You can't write a text message under contract.
Oh god, bro, that'd be some bullshit. I picked up the banjo. We were on strike for long enough for me to buy a banjo. Sort of learn how to play the banjo and then completely forget how to play the banjo. This is such disrespect to the musical stylings of Trader Gump. That's an inside joke, audience. You won't get that one. Brown, the 5 months were definitely hard. I love to write. It's one of my favorite things to do. And even when I'm not working, I still kind of do it on the side for my own things. I'd say that the first month or two I was able to write, but towards the second half of it or so, there was just so much anxiety and emotion built up in terms of just trying to figure out where the strike was going and trying to continue to make ends meet. And also just worrying about being out of the lines and the uncertainty of it all. That I just wasn't really writing very much. Yeah, you can't write on an empty stomach.
You need some paragraphs to fill up the square meal, man. He needed some.
Oh, D. Shit, he was eating a paper after he was done writing that shit. Their thoughts on the deal struck with the WGA. Go ahead.
Under contract that he had to look for an old typewriter to try to cope with it.
Oh, D. I think it's great they started to establish a framework for residuals for streaming, because I think that most of our jobs will be streaming. And so to finally have something codified that will, I mean, the thing is, these people don't understand. You can only get residuals from something in entertainment if you give it a quality that makes people keep coming back to it. Word of mouth travels because, oh my God, this is so good. They don't have the ability to do that because they can't write anything. They can't write anything without including ESG. They put that shit on everything, bro. And this is why I don't think the streaming thing would work out, because you have to be good at what you do in order to get hits on your fucking content. You have to be good at what you do. There has to be something there that interests people. And since Twitter normies don't really buy anything or pay for shit, they're not gonna make very much off of it. In my opinion, this is a prediction for the future. Like I don't see them making a lot of money off of it unless they focus on entertaining people and not preaching to them. And so to finally have something codified that will say like, hey, we deserve to be paid for this because this is TV. We deserve to be paid for this. I also think the gains are pretty significant. I think that film and TV is being hijacked by tech overlords who want to turn film and TV into like content sludge that we slurp up. That ship has sailed. There has been this draw, and I think that this is a good first step at saying, hey, writing is work. A robot cannot write for us. Depends on what you're writing. I think, not to get all poetic or whatever, but binding humans to art, I think, is very important. And I think that's a fundamental thing about art that cannot be taken away. I mean, I agree with that last part, but it's not about binding humans to art. Go ahead.
Like art relates so much to humans through like art is only as good as the person as the human making the art.
Exactly.
Robots are just a tool.
I mean, that's the thing, though. That's exactly the thing. Like, your boy Zach was actually talking about this. Comics Matter with your boy Zach. He was saying that AI is just going to enhance our ability to make good art. At least for the people who are already good at what they do. For these people, AI might put them out of a job because they're not good at what they do. And what they don't understand is that the law can't protect them from being shit at their job. It can't. Somebody who's economically literate is going to see that you're losing them billions of dollars and give you the fucking foot and hire someone who can actually do the job. That's why they're in a union and they need these contracts to give them job security. The only people worried about job security are people who are not good at their job. They're the only ones. People who are good at their job have no worry in the world about being fired because there's no one that can do the job better than them. Or it will take a long time to find someone who can. Go ahead.
I'd like to ask you, Kaine, and the chat. Can y'all just like comment or say how long do y'all think how long do y'all give it until we get a third writer strike?
Boy. I give it to the summer box office. That's my prediction. Because yeah, I give it to the summer box office because that's going to be the time where people see the most movies because students have the most free time, and that's obviously going to increase the population at the movie theaters and the amount of hits at the box office because, you know, people are taking vacation, you know, free time. You already know, you know what I mean? When nobody's going to the movie theater to see Hollywood productions, or there's just not shit popping at the movie theater and people aren't going, they're probably going to strike again. I mean, obviously I could be completely wrong, but I mean, you can't eat if there's no fucking money coming in. I don't know what they want. I think the chat's mostly just listening. If answers float in, I'll read them, but I haven't seen any yet.
Yeah, they're just listening. They're just listening. Let's just go on.
Yeah. So far, I have yet to see them. I don't think they're gonna mention the audience in this at all. So I'll read a little bit more. Oh shit! There's not that much more left. Good. Okay.
Oh wow.
Yeah, there's not that much more left. Oh, and about the binding humans to art thing. Pretty sure they mean legally and under contract. Like, she makes it seem. No, she makes it seem like. Go ahead.
But let's be all bit. but let's be a little poetic on this.
Right. Yeah, yeah, she did do that too.
Not to be poetic, but she's trying to be poetic about it.
Yeah, I mean, she ended up doing it anyway, but
sprinkle a little prose in there.
But like binding humans to art it just doesn't make any sense to say, because like that's not something that has been done. Like, it's not an action. Like, humans just make art. It's just what we do. There's no process to binding us to it. You know what I mean? Like, she's making it seem like machines are capable of creating art in a vacuum, and they're not. People program machines to do that, and they're not better than humans at doing it. And like, AI is just algorithms. AI has to be trained. It's not even true AI. Go ahead.
You know, funny thing about that, she talks about that comment, like she's trying to be kind of like binding humans to art. Like, you could try to talk about that in like a spiritual, like your soul and your art is kind of bound together in a way because it's a part of you.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? You can also use that as like an argument as to why AI will not actually replace you.
That's been my whole argument.
Per se, it's art. I know, but I just want to be poetic about it.
I mean, you're giving up a piece of your soul. Like, you can't create art without soul. You can't. That's why I don't believe AI will ever replace humans. Like, anyone who was ever good at art had never had a fear about this shit ever. They were mocking everybody else who's upset at people using AI art, saying, you don't work hard, actually be creative. It's like, no one's going to really give a shit about that in the future, because people who aren't as artistically inclined are going to be open about that. Like, I mean, you can't pretend to be good at art using only AI art. Like, I don't understand the envy behind, because the people who are going to be using AI art on their stuff they were never going to get an artist anyway. You know what I mean? There's plenty of work out here for artists still. Like, it's going to be after AI. Zach actually made a video on this. He's like, well, you know, the good people are going to use AI to their advantage. You get to draw things that you actually want to draw instead of drawing the hundreds of windows in the background of a fucking city street. Like, who wants to draw that shit when they can draw action shots of fucking Batman or something? You damn right I'm gonna get the AI to draw the fucking windows. Like, it makes perfect sense. But again, like, it's gonna come down to whether or not the art looks good. And without style, AI is not going to replace you. Like, AI can only develop a style if it's aping another artist, if it's biting off somebody else. I want to do a whole segment on AI one day. I know we kind of already done it twice with this conversation in the last stream, but I'm just kind of tired of the arguments about people fearing AI. Like, I don't get it. I mean, you can be the master of it. You could use it as a tool. Go ahead.
This is something people will. I think it's just gonna be like people have like a really kind of, you know, artists in general, I think, have a really possessive mindset, which I don't blame them, because, you know, you work so hard, like hours, on drawing this perfect canvas, whatever you've been working on yourself, and then to see like a machine that'll just do, well, not only take part of your work possibly once you put it out there, but also just AI can replicate at least most of what you do in like less of a time, and it'll by default look at least mostly good. I could kind of see where there might be personal frustration there if.
I mean, yeah, they can be jealous. They can be jealous of AI.
For the writers,
Right.
so much jealous. I think it's more so just fear of not being noticed in general because of that. I think it's more so like feeling. Not, I don't want to say feeling cheated. Like, I don't want to make out artists to be, you know, petty people or, you know, anything like that.
They've been being pretty petty on that Twitter, bro. I'm sorry, but they've been being petty as hell on Twitter. Like they have been anybody who posts an AI image has been getting dog walked, bro. Like it's insane. Like I don't get it. Be creative. You're not you can't draw. go do the work. Like god damn, bro. It's just showing you some AI art. It looks good. It looks good though. Like yeah, I get it. He can't draw, but damn, bro. Like fuck. I don't know. Like AI is not going to stop me from purchasing art from a good artist. It's just not going to happen. People like me appreciate the human element to art. And like we understand that a machine could never replace it. Like it just couldn't. Unless the machine was literally Ultron, it can't replace it. It can't. But
even then, Ultron can never really be human, no matter how much the MCU tries to make him talk like a freaking human.
hang on.
No matter how human Vision can get, he'll never be a real human.
No, he's not. He's an android forever. But anyway, I was just reading ahead a little bit in this article, and y'all don't care about this shit. So what now? While writers are back to work, members of SAG-AFTRA are still on the picket lines. And it isn't just Hollywood seeing a moment in organized labor. Several major U.S. industries striking or threatening to walk off or showing. Do not compare yourselves to the mechanics people or the truckers strike. Do not do that shit. Don't. I will not let y'all do that, bro. You're not the same. You are not the same. You're not the same. You're not the fucking same. Okay.
But where's that Gus meme? We are not the same.
We need to make one. But yeah, I mean that's all the articles I have for tonight.
Also, I just want to say, because the UAW, that's a real legit strike.
What's it about again?
The UAW, basically, electric vehicles are costing a lot of automotive workers their jobs.
There we go. Yeah. Because
Yeah.
I heard about it. I didn't read into it. That is not the same as whatever they're talking about over at SAG-AFTRA. It's just not. It's not the same. But yeah, I mean that's all the articles I had lined up for tonight. Go ahead. You have something to add?
No, I'm just saying, like, they're basically just trying to appeal to emotion, uh, guilt trip, and all that.
Yeah, they're trying to relate this shit to the audience. It'll benefit you too if the writers get what they want and they want their money and their job security. Like, how the fuck does that benefit me when you're not giving me what I want from an entertainment standpoint? And that's exactly why I asked, like, I wanted to explore what does that mean for the audience now that the writer strike is complete? Because so far, given the articles that I've presented, the only thing I'm seeing is going to be the result of it ending is what we've always been getting. That Bungie shit, that's like from like 3 or so days ago. Yeah, that's from 3 days ago. This Eternal shit from fucking... Okay, that's from September 22nd.
DBR.
Yeah, that's still pretty recent. And the writer's strike ending is also from 3 fucking days ago. So from where I'm sitting, the only thing we can fucking expect is the same thing that we've been getting from them. And I'm gonna shill going out and creating your own stuff because we need it right now. The only way you're gonna get adequate entertainment at this point is if you go and create it yourself or rally behind people who are doing it. That's the only way.
Indie developers, let those guys rise.
There's rumors of a gaming strike that's going to happen too. Nothing about that as of now. I don't think it's been confirmed or anything, but I want to see a rise of independent games developers as a result of that. Go ahead.
Wait, I thought there was a video game strike out now. I remember hearing like some companies like Insomniac were like rumored to have like people in them start a strike.
If it does, Actually, I don't know, but if it does exist, I'll find it and I'll put it up for our next episode in the next 2 weeks for sure. But
You know what's funny?
mhm.
I've been hearing. I don't know if this is true yet. I've been hearing that like the strike has ended. A lot of writers still got laid off.
Oh yeah, they had already cut the staff uh, before
Yeah.
the result. That's also hilarious. But um, since we don't have any more topics, I do want to kind of cut it here. And I appreciate everybody who joined us for live viewers. Appreciate y'all. Please come back. Tell your friends. We do this every 2 weeks. We pick a week.
Spread the word.
Yeah, we pick. Our other co-host couldn't make it tonight. We'll figure out why later. But normally there's three of us, and we talk about entertainment and how it's degrading and what we can do to be the solution to that as well. So if you sympathize with what's been going on and the points people have been raising, and if you've ever fallen in love with any of these past IPs, we welcome you here. We understand that your grievances are not fake. Your grievances are very much legitimate, and we're not gonna call you a bigot for noticing things, right? But yeah, this has been the Monkey's Paw.
Join us and you'll find some.
Nah, go ahead. I'll do the sign off after.
Sorry. I just want to say, hey, share the video out to y'all's friends and everything, please. You know, we'd love to the attract more people like us. Come join us, and you'll find like actual superhero fans, actual, movie fans.
Yeah, and
You'll
y'all.
find the real geeks and the nerds,
Oh,
the real
D.
ones here. You'll find us.
Yeah, and y'all actually sometimes the chat makes good points, so it'd be cool to interact with more of y'all as you come with your own thoughts. But yeah, man, this has been the Monkey's Paw episode 2, and it was a pleasure having y'all join us. It was really fun doing the stream. But good night, everybody. Have a good one.